After staying in Vik for 2 days, we started heading east along the coast. The environment instantly changes. We get to see more snowy mountains and glaciers in the distance. Driving 2.5 hours from Vik, we're at Diamond Beach. It's called Diamond Beach because there's all these baby glaciers that is washed up and they're shining like this. They're like clear ice and it kind of looks like diamonds, like crystals. Look, this ice is so clear, you can really tell how pure the water is in Iceland. It's so clean. Diamond Beach is a unique place. The ice that breaks off glaciers float into the ocean and they wash up on this beach. With the sun shining on the ice, it does seem like you're walking around diamonds. The landscape is ever changing. Each time you visit, it's completely different. Today, there were a few smaller ice shards with the water flooding the beach. Another day, there were massive blocks of ice where we got to sit on them. It was interesting to pick up ice orbs that could be potentially 1,000 years old. The deep blue color of the icebergs indicate how compact the ice is. It's the purest form without any air bubbles and impurities. Right across from Diamond Beach is Iceberg Lagoon. Here there are the huge glaciers which slowly break off and end up in Diamond Beach. Directly across from Diamond Beach is Iceberg Lagoon. Over time, the glaciers melt and the icebergs break off into this lagoon. This is where all the icebergs are coming from. Getting a better vantage point, we can finally see the ice blue lake and glacier all the way on the other side. We noticed many seals were swimming between the icebergs. The fog finally cleared up and we got right up to the edge of the lake. We all took turns feeling the freezing cold water. Plunging my hand in the clear waters, the cold woke up my senses, leaving ripples across the lake. Continuing our drive, we passed large fields of moss. A strange sight, we had to pull over to check it out. An iconic landscape of Iceland is this heath moss growing all over this volcanic rock. You can see hills and hills of this moss. arrived at another unreal landscape. We're at a deep canyon which is cutting through all the valleys. Look how massive this looks. I'm right on the edge. Literally standing over the edge, we look down to see the rich blue glacial waters flowing through the canyon, the moss growing on steep cliffs surrounding us. Every day, Iceland always amazes me. The landscapes I've seen here are so unique in this world. Continuing our journey along the south side of Iceland, heading east, we finally reached the town Hofn. We will be staying in these remote cabins, which have the perfect view. We are staying at Aurora Cabin near the town Hofn, and we are surrounded by beautiful mountains and a lake nearby. We climbed the small hill next to us to get a better vantage point to see all around us. The Aurora Cabins have uninterrupted views of the farmland that transition smoothly into the mountain range in the distance. From our cabin window, we had a picture-perfect view of the mountains. During the winter season, from September to March, you may get a chance to see the northern lights from here. A perfect place to stay. The next morning, we set off towards the mountains and glaciers, reaching Skaftafell National Park. We plan to go on a glacier walk. We got our climbing gear, strapped in our harness. We were ready for our glacier adventure. We hopped on a bus, and they took us to the start of the trail to the glacier. We had to walk through rough, rocky terrain for quite a while. You can see the glacier we were going to walk on in the distance. Crossing the narrow bridge and taking small steps up the steep, loose sediments, being very careful not to slide off. Little by little, we were finally walking on ice and onto the glacier. We're doing the glacier walk in Iceland. We have our pickaxe, boots, crampons, so we can stick in the ice. And we're hiking up there to see the crevices.
First time we are doing glacier walk.
guide was really great, helping us up challenging terrain and teaching us about the glacier along the way. We finally made it to the point where we could see the crevasse field. Looking up the glacier, there are many cracks that form from the pressure and forces of the moving ice.
Okay, so yeah, that's the place I wanted to show you. We're sitting on the bottom of this crack of the crevasse field. It's a beautiful place.
Never once would I have thought I would walk on a glacier in my lifetime. If you want to see our 11-day Iceland itinerary, check out the link in the description. Stay tuned for the next video of our Iceland trip.